topic for you. For lack of better terms, abusive relationships. Not pointing any fingers, not saying anything. Just want to put my advice out there. So, I'm not going to say any names, but recently I've come out of a relationship that I now realize was kind of abusive. Mentally putting me down and either not realizing it or not caring. As far as advice goes for this, it's hard to give advice for stuff like this because you don't realize you're in one. And the thing about it is, if somebody around you says that you're different, or your personality's changed, or, a number of things. Anything like that, a best friend, a cousin, a brother, a sister, family, anybody says anything, your first reaction is always to say, no, he's just having a hard time, or she's just having a hard time. They're just going through some stuff right now. They gotta work through it. It's okay. We're gonna work through this. Everything's good. When in reality, you're lying to yourself. I lied to myself for a year. Well, I'd say 6 months. It didn't really start until about 5 or 6 months into living together. And he started to drink, and we started having problems. The last straw was when I realized that him drinking a beer or two and a mixed drink and screaming and cussing in my face was not healthy for me. It wasn't healthy for him. It's something that needed to change. So I ended up kicking him out, and we exchanged some words. Even when you think you're doing the right thing, when you know you're doing the right thing, your heart doesn't think that. Your heart thinks you just lost the love of your life. You just lost the only person that's ever going to love you. And it's not true. They didn't truly love you if they're going to put you through that. I didn't realize until after I'd kicked him out and after I got him out of my home life and out of my life for about 3 or 4 days that my whole personality had changed. I was depressed. I wouldn't talk to people unless I was spoken to, and even then, I didn't say many words. I shut out friends. I shut out part of my family. If he didn't like them, I didn't talk to him. And that kind of hurts because you've got to think, most of my friends I had before I met him or before we got back together. And to just kind of cut them out of your life, knowing them so long, it gets to you. Sometimes you have problems that you need to work through, but they're not the reason for the breakup. They're not the reason for the abuse. It's just not the reason or the right for them to do what they did to you. I have the door in the back. I have replaced that once. And it's something that you need to get out of. It's something that you don't need to stay in. If you ever realize you're in an abusive relationship, mentally, physically, both, you need to get out. even if you don't feel like it's the right thing to do, it's the right thing to do. The only reason I know this now is because I have an amazing family and an amazing friends that have helped me through all of this, that have made me realize that I don't deserve that. And it's hard. I'm in a house alone by myself, and I'm not used to being by myself. It's extremely hard, but you get used to it. And do it at your own pace. There's no reason to think that in 3 or 4 days everything's going to be fine. It's not. It's not. I promise. In 3 or 4 days, you're going to be thinking, what did I do? Why did I do this? I can't live without this person. I can't function without this person. And it's going to be hard. But those friends and that family that you set aside for them, they're going to be there for you no matter what. If they're real friends, they will be there for you. And I have a couple real friends that have helped me through all of this and are there for me no matter what. As far as the other person, your best bet is to just kind of leave them alone. If they're pissed at you, they're going to have to stay pissed at you because honestly, it wasn't your fault. You couldn't do anything different. You shouldn't do anything different. You shouldn't think, oh, well, I just need to get back together with them. They're going to change, because they're not. They're not. If they're abusive, mentally, physically, they're not going to change. You need to find somebody that's going to respect you and find somebody that's going to realize what they have when they have it, not after it's gone. This is a tough topic. A lot of people don't want to hear it, but I really hope it helps somebody because it's something that I've been dealing with for the last month, 2 months. It had gotten worse, and I had finally said, hey, I'm done. And I just kind of want to put awareness out there. I want to give somebody the courage to stand up for themselves, like I didn't have the courage to stand up for myself until the end, until it was almost too late. And I want somebody to have the courage to stand up for themselves and be like, hey, it isn't worth it. You're ruining my life. You're changing me, and not in a good way. And I hope that somebody takes this message and helps them, and that their life gets better because of it. Anyway, guys, y'all have a great day, great night, and I'll catch you later.